Ah, Your Honor, right now po meron ng shortage ng driver's licenses, no? As of today, I think we have only around 70,000 ID cards available nationwide, no? And we're reserving this for yung pong mga OFW, no? Kasi po kailangan po nila yung mga IDs na to, no?
Shortage po, Secretary, is ganun karami po? Yung backlog?
Ang backlog ho nito ay inaabot na siguro ng mga 700,000, no? 690,000 po ang backlog, no? Although ang ginawa po ng LTO is they extended the validity of licenses that became due starting April 24, no? Until October 31, no? So isa po 'yan sa mga backlogs, no? But ang ini-issue po nila ngayon dun sa mga bagong drivers na kumukuha ng driver's license is initially an OR po, no?
With the permission of Senator Grace po, you appeared before the House Committee on Transportation last May 2, 2023, this year. And from the records I have here, as of May 2, the total backlog was just 234,149. Just last month. Ayun po, June, after a month, 700,000 na. So naging 500,000 yung increase. Paano po nangyari yun? Kung merong may papel na nadagdagan ng 500, kalahating milyon na nadagdag, Secretary. Nababawasan, dumami pa.
Actually po hindi na nakapag-issue ng mga driver's license po dahil na-extend na yung validity, no? Pero we consider po na these are backlogs already, no?
So the current figure now is 700,000 from 234,149. So do we expect another 500,000 jump next month? Tuloy na yan. Tuloy, 1 million na yan mahigit.
We're right now, sir, we are finalizing the procurement of there's an ongoing procurement, no? There is already the lowest bidder. We're just doing a post qualification of the lowest calculated bid, no? And if we will be able to finalize this, if we will qualify the lowest bidder, no, we should be able to get maybe 500,000 licenses in July, no?
Mr. Grace po, you can regain the floor.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, napaka-basic po kasi talaga ng lisensya. Tapos, March pa nagkakaroon ng procurement. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa rin final bidding process pa lang, hindi pa rin tapos. So, nakikita talaga natin na may pagkukulang dito. Ano pa naman yan? So, sana naman ay bilis-bilisan na natin. May mga emergency procurement naman, di ba? At siguro pinapaalala ko rin, yung lowest bidder is not necessarily the best provider of service. Again, track record is really important, capability, etc. And also the speed with which they will be able to provide those licenses. Kung tayo nga pumapasok sa kumpanya, ang bilis-bilis makakuha ng ID, I understand this is probably more complicated, but there's really no excuse for this. So I maybe at a special time, I'd like to request for a meeting with the Secretary to really get to the bottom of this. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Grace po. Senator Hercito, you have queries directed to DOTR or LTO before we jump to COA and the Securities and Exchange Commission?
Yes, Mr. Chair, no? I'd like to siguro yung query kanina ni Senator Coco, yung issue, no? Connected yung parang yung LTO's generosity in extending deadlines, no? Dito sa napansin ko, anybody can answer siguro sa LTO kasi Sec Bautista assume, but siguro yung history and its amendment of payment schedules, no? For example, schedule AOP 219-A-001 dated 15 October 29, the LTO recognized that the go live is not yet possible in the months to come. the percentage of completion stood at 34%, Mr. Chair. And yet, LTO amended the terms of payment as specified in the bid bulletin number 3 and allowed the payment of 1,066,985,851, which should have been made only after the project has gone live and the percentage of completion of 41% has been achieved. So tanong ko lang, Mr. Chair, bakit masyadong generous ang LTO in terms of amending itong mga payment scheme na dapat 41% saan na before making that payment, inamend nila when it was only at 34%. Anybody can answer siguro, lalo na yung mga may history, Mr. Chair, who knows the history of this project.
LTO?
Mr. Chair, I only assume January 3 of 2022. So the history of the payments and the amendment of payments, hindi ko po kwan.
Excuse from answering that because that's my birthday. Meron ba bang ibang LTO?
Thank you, sir.
Meron pang ibang LTO who's knowledgeable? Secretary Bautista? Anyone with a sufficient background on this to answer the query of Senator J.B. Ejercito?
We'll ask po si Chairman Guadis. Yeah.
Chairman Guadis, ikaw na yung LTO noon, di ba? During that time.
No, Mr. Chair, I only assume ng July 28 and after 3.5 months I was replaced, sir. But I have a knowledge of the history subject to submission of documents later. What I know, sir, is that initially the
Collection.
yes, being with the LTO for the last 12 years in a different capacities, Mr. Chair.
So ano po yung sagot nyo doon? Briefly. Ano yung...
Briefly, sir, the contract was originally for 6 months deliverable yan. Then it was amended 12 times. So in fact, there was an amendment of the contract on 12 occasions. So nagkaroon ho ng problema because of these amendments, and which I would say may give undue advantage to the government. That's my personal opinion on the matter, Mr. Chair. There were 12 extensions.
Mr. Chair, ang tanong ko, what advantage would the government get by advancing? We have not, the application has not reached the 41% completion, pero in advance na ng in-amend ng 34% to make already the payment. What advantage would the government get there?
There is no advantage. That's why what I was telling is this is an undue advantage against the interests of the government when the contract was amended several times.
That's correct. Sorry for I didn't get your... anyway, ang ano ko lang doon, LTO, Mr. Chair, has been very generous, no, in the past. So I hope that all of these mistakes will not happen anymore under the new administration. Of course, with Secretary Bautista at the helm, sana hindi na mangyari ito. It's obviously advantageous to the provider, no? Yung pong nakuha ng kontrata. And next, Mr. Chair, if before we move to the COA, yung kaninang bring up ko po, yung LTO paid for maintenance of core applications for the period 2019, although dati pa ito, to 2020, even though the delivery of the core applications was accepted only in November 2020. Mr. Chair, nagbabayan na ang gobyerno ng maintenance provider services 1 year before it was delivered. So, paano nangyari yun? Diba dapat ang maintenance should only be delivered right after the project is completed or the software was delivered, kumbaga na-deliver na talaga. Pero nauna pa yung maintenance eh. And it show the document should show payments of 135,657,809 for maintenance expenses that should have accrued only after LTO accepted the delivery. So, ito yung ano, I'm not trying, but this is an investigation, but moving forward, we have to, Mr. Chair, we have to, I think we really have to refrain from having this, no? Siguro under the new secretary and the LTO, yung mga ganito. But it also, of course, it will shorten the agreed duration kasi 1 year advance na. Wala pa nga yung delivery, may maintenance na. So, paano kaya ito nangyari? Si Guadi siguro kung may knowledge ka ba dito dahil ikaw na lang yata yung holdover dito.
No, Mr. Chair, I was never involved.
Different po sa
I was in a different position then. I was the regional director in Region 1 when this occurred, but of course, I have some knowledge being with the Land Transportation Office.